Would you pay money to watch a guy fart?
Let's talk about that.
Good mythical morning.
We do a lot of stupid and weird stuff on this show, but see, there's a safety barrier between us and you because we're not actually with you. But back in the past, before the YouTube and before TV and that kind of thing, people would do the weird stuff right there live and in person.
Yes, and we're gonna present them to you today, the strangest sideshow acts in history. It's gonna get bizarre.
Let me introduce you to Joseph Puljo, AKA the King of Farts. Okay, this guy made a living
I'd be more interested in meeting the Queen of Farts.
by pulling air into his anus and then farting it back out.
Pulling it into his anus.
Legend has it that as a child, he was swimming in the ocean and he took a big breath, but he didn't just get a lung full of air, he got a rectum full of ocean water too. That's what he said.
He relaxes that much when he breathes?
Apparently. And so then he began to hone this skill using air, and they gave him the nickname Le Pétomain, which means fart maniac.
And they gave him the stage as well, huh?
Yeah, and so you might ask, was he popular?
Was he popular?
He actually headlined around the turn of the century, 1900, headlined at the Moulin Rouge in Paris for 2 years, farting on stage. People coming from miles away to see this guy. He would blow audiences away.
I would not pay for this. But I would pay for you not to say that joke again.
He apparently could do impressions with his butthole.
No.
And different tricks. He blew out candles. But listen, we actually have video footage of this, believe it or not, taken by Thomas Edison at the World's Fair in Paris in 1900. But ironically, there's no sound. So Eddie put his own sounds in. Let's watch the clip of his act.
That's a horn.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up with the fart cone? He's farting into a fart cone, but yes, I would pay to see that.
He's got a story for later. Dentist Edgar Parker decided to turn his practice into a one-man circus. He put his dental chair in a wagon and took it from town to town, and he would show up, people would line up, and he would pull their teeth for 50 cents while music played and everyone else watched.
Well, that's better than the normal dentist experience. So clinical. I'd rather be out in the open with a band playing.
And he was farting. No, he wasn't. But he did string up the teeth that he pulled on a necklace that he wore.
That's even better. I want my dentist to have other people's teeth on a necklace.
Like a serial killer.
And a little bit like Colonel Sanders.
Yep, well, one and the same.
I would go to this guy. Is he still around?
Colonel Sanders serially killed chickens.
Is he still in practice?
No, he died in 1952.
Oh, just missed that one.
No word on whether it was painless or not.
Okay, Haji Ali was known as the amazing regurgitator. Ooh. It is exactly how it sounds.
He threw stuff up.
This guy would drink a lot of water, and then he would projectile vomit it out like a water hose. But the highlight of his act came when he would drink kerosene and water and somehow separate them. You have to just see this guy in action. First thing he does, let's go ahead and roll the tape. He's burning this birdhouse or something.
Why you gotta burn a birdhouse, Haji?
His kerosene. So this is just pure kerosene. And he's like wiping himself off so he doesn't get any backdraft. You know, the old kerosene backdraft that happens.
He's cool, man. Look at those sunglasses.
He's like, oh, it's getting really, really hot in here. Let me get to my water hose part. Whoa! Look at that, Link. And that's not some sort of trick.
Going.
It's not a trick. That's from his actual belly.
Gullet. Whoa! Talk about volunteer firemen. Sign him up.
Now listen.
Haji, I want him to live next door.
Incredibly, this guy wasn't that popular. It wasn't that popular of an act. But David Blaine has been quoted as saying that this guy was his favorite magician. But David Blaine, I'm a big fan, but you haven't done anything like this. You need to go up and stand on a pole for 48 hours, and then at the end of it, just turn yourself into a big fountain and kind of. That's gonna revive your career. Okay.
He could grow a lot of grass around.
He actually, Ali donated his body to Johns Hopkins University after he died.
Good.
And they said, no thanks.
They didn't take it?
They didn't take it. We don't need a human fountain.
All right, well, I got another one. The in-color version of Haji Ali, a professional puker from Scotland named Stevie Starr, He swallows light bulbs, balloons, nails, goldfish, and as seen on The Tonight Show, a pool ball.
A pool ball?
The ball goes down, the money comes up, the ball comes back.
He doesn't wear a shirt though.
Want to try it?
No, you don't need a shirt when you're swallowing.
Look.
What?
8 ball
You gotta
goes in.
crack it?
Slaps his chest.
No!
There it goes.
How does that get down your...
Look at that. And then he makes that noise, and it comes back up.
I don't want to be this guy's friend.
Who knew that if you just made that noise, you could get a billiard ball to come up?
No, you can't. Do not try this. It's not coming back up if you're normal.
All right, listen. He can keep things separated down there. Watch this clip.
Now you take the sugar, and it goes in.
So dry sugar. First of all, you can't swallow dry sugar that easily.
Now, this is water.
I don't know how he did that. And then he chugged some water afterward.
By all rights, it should be sugar water.
And Leno's following, doing his gargle.
Hold your hand out.
Don't do it.
It's coming up.
Touch his happy trail. Oh, it's as dry as a unwatered yard.
Yes, exactly what I was thinking.
You know, it's a drought
hold
here.
on, what's going on here?
He has a pocket, I think. I don't know what's going on.
In the shirt that he doesn't have?
No, he's got like a throat pouch. And he knows he can put stuff in there because he can swallow.
He's one of the lucky few born with a throat pouch.
He swallows a lock, he swallows an engagement ring, he swallows a key, and then he can, when he regurgitates up the lock, the engagement ring is inside
I think it's
of
just magic.
It's in his pouch.
We'll see if you can figure this one out. This is Garrett Hengskes, known as the Invulnerable Man. This guy would impale himself with swords.
Good idea.
You have to again see this to understand what's going on. Let's watch the video.
Actually, I don't.
There he is. They pick a spot on his back, and his friend.
That look makes sense. I would look exactly like that if I was being impaled with a sword.
And they're just sticking it.
No!
Right through.
Who does it? Is that his nipple?
Look, it comes right out. And look how impressed everyone is, Link. What's going on here?
Kind of reserved.
Okay.
Oh my God!
He said that this act was to preach love, a unifying life force, and disdain for materialism. Which you didn't have to tell me that. I could tell by just watching the tape. That's what was going on here. But anyway, doctors were really curious. How did he do this?
He just people just kept poking him with stuff.
He did his act, and he got into an X-ray machine, and they were like, "Indeed, it is going through his body." It turns out. Modern researchers have theorized that what this guy did is he sat around and he stabbed himself repeatedly, deeper and deeper, creating a fistula, scar tissue that created a tunnel through his body. And he did like more than one tunnel. He had like 2 or 3 places that you could do this. Now, we've done a lot of stupid things on this show, but this, I don't think I'm gonna begin stabbing myself slowly to create a fistula path. But you know what? If it gets the views, we might have to go there.
You might have to go there.
He's dead now because he listened to a voice in his head that told him to swallow a nail, and don't do that either.
The voice wanted him to die.
Don't listen to the voices in your head.
Oh my gosh. All right, let me tee up Leonard Borchardt from San Francisco, who called himself Oofty Goofty.
Oh yeah, he did.
That's not what he called himself at first, but this guy would do anything for an audience. Not like us at all. He dipped himself in tar. He covered himself in horsehair, climbed into a cage, and acted as the wild man of Borneo.
Oh yeah.
But then visitors would throw raw chunks of meat at him, and he would grab it, and he would eat it. And while he was eating it, he would say, "Oofty goofty, oofty goofty, oofty goofty."
This is my favorite so
people
far.
started calling him Oofty Goofty.
Well, yeah, he was just what he wanted.
But after a week, he got sick because his body couldn't perspire underneath the tar
he
and
kept
the horse
tar
hair.
on for a week?
Well, it's an investment. Once you get it on, you want to Oofty Goofty
for
a whole week, I think.
Committed.
So instead, he started charging people to hit him.
Oh, of course, yeah.
5 cents for a kick, 15 cents to hit him with a walking stick, and 25 whopping cents to whop him with a baseball bat.
Well,
which in today's money, $6.41, you could beat this guy with a baseball bat.
That is one heck of a deal. That's cheaper than the freaking batting cage down the street. That's like $18 for like 2 sessions.
Now, and then he got this boxer, John L. Sullivan, but that guy, you could tell he's a professional boxer. Look at that pose.
Okay. He's totally ready for boxing.
Look at those tights. Or is he just wearing a belt, nothing else?
No, I think those are...
Let's move on.
I think those are skin-colored tights.
He hit Oofty Goofty with a billiard cue.
Oh, yeah.
QQ.
Yeah.
He fractured 3 vertebrae and left Oofty Goofty with a limp for the rest of his life.
Oofty Goofty limped around. That's the beginning. That's the beginning of a poem that I can't finish.
That's actually the end of the poem.
Okay, that's just it.
He limped around.
Historical fact. Oofty Goofty limped around.
But I will never eat anything on this show in the future without saying Oofty Goofty, Oofty Goofty,
please
Oofty
don't
Goofty.
start that.
I'm going to start doing that.
Thanks for
Everyone
liking.
should do that.
Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
Oofty Goofty.
You know what time it is.
I'm Rachel from Athens, Georgia. And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
If you like to regurgitate your water like a water hose into vessels and then re-drink it,
I do.
The Good Mythical Morning Mug is guaranteed to catch the water that you regurgitate. Brentling.com/store.
Store. Click through the Good Mythical More. Click that eye to go over there where we're going to do an exotic pudding taste challenge. Pudding.
World's worst lunch lady. Put your tray down, freak!
Just give me...
Put your tray down so I can put the stuff on it!
Here it is.
No, put it perpendicular to me!
Okay.
I don't know how to do parallel!
And then,
That was a fake slap! It's just like that. I was just scaring you.
Can I get the meatloaf?
I put it on there while I was fake slapping you. Didn't you see it drop on there? You're like, get your beep out of here! I'm a cussing lunch lady!
Was that a fake slap when you pointed?
I censor myself. A lot of upper body weight. I'll even push down on the mannequin that's touching your butt. I'll do that for you because you're my friend. I'm not gonna actually touch your butt with my own elbow though.